WWE is getting spicy. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. I thank you for checking out this video. If you're somebody who is new to this channel and you do love professional wrestling content, then this, my friend, I got good news for you. This is the channel for you to be a part of. Because here, we got a great community. Everybody comments. Everybody sends emails in. We talk in the comments section. We talk in the emails. We answer emails and videos. This is it. This is the place where every wrestling fan is going to be. It is my goal to get this to be the biggest wrestling channel in all of YouTube. So, if you like wrestling content, subscribe to this channel. Got to dig into what happened on Monday Night Raw, of course, as we do weekly. I want to start it off by talking about Pat McAfee because he kicked off the show with something I caught, and I'm sure a lot of you did. When Drew McIntyre was coming down to the ring, he gets in there, he cuts the promo. Drew McIntyre says Damian Priest's name, and as soon as he said his name, Damian Priest's song hits. And what I found very interesting is Pat McAfee saying, say his name, and he appears. And of course, if you've been following anything that's going on the internet, if you watch any TikToks and you're on social media just in general, you will know what that reference is. That is Joe Henry's reference to Joe Henry from TNA. And it's like the TNA and WWE connection just keeps happening. Something's going to happen here. Is Joe Henry going to show up at Clash at the Castle? I really hope he does, because I'm telling you what, I don't really watch TNA, but I think I know enough about Joe Henry to know that I would like to see him. I know so little about him, I just called him Joe Henry. Joe Henry. I would love to see him at Clash of the Castle. See, this is what I'm talking about. I barely watch TNA, but I know Joe Hendry because of his song, his freaking say his name and he appears, the clapping, all that stuff. He seems like he's a cool dude. Would love to see him in WWE. I would love to see more of this crossover between TNA and WWE. Hey, listen, give me a break here, okay? I'm recording this. It's late. I've had a long day. I've watched Raw. I had class. And I'm still making a video here because I have to talk to you guys about what happened on Raw. Crazy stuff what's going on with the Judgment Day. I feel like the Judgment Day now are being like heavily featured on Monday Night Raw. They are scattered throughout the entire show. You think about it. A 3-hour show, Judgment Day is in multiple segments like every hour. It's crazy to me. And it kind of does them good because it also does good for Liv Morgan. I feel like all the attention on Liv isn't even really her building up a feud against somebody to face her. It's her and her involvement with the Judgment Day. She's with Dom backstage. She gives him her hotel key, wants him to swing by. She doesn't think that someone like him should be calling someone mommy, but instead somebody should be calling him daddy. I'm like, what are we doing here on Raw? Things are getting spicy. I like it. But does Dom want to return the favor? Does he want to go along with what Liv's saying? He says no. He rejects it. He slams the card down on the table, but eventually, the hotel key goes missing. The whole Judgment Day is talking. Nobody can find out where this key is. Of course, we end up finding the key. I think it was in Dom's pocket. I can't remember. I was doing a lot at the moment. But Dom says he doesn't know how it got there. He didn't do it, blah, blah, blah. It's on the table now. The whole Judgment Day is surrounding, and Carlito. They all bring it in for the fist bump. They all do it. And then if you caught it, because I was watching that card the whole time, I'm like, something's going to happen here. I'm not even going to watch what these guys do. I'm just going to stare at the card. And good thing I did, because I noticed Finn Balor kind of snuck his hand in there and grabbed the card. I don't know why Finn Balor went for that card. I don't know why he grabbed it. But Finn Balor left Monday Night Raw with that hotel room key. So I wonder if we're going to see a video later on, like next week or something, footage of Balor walking into a hotel and meeting Liv there or something. I don't think this is over. Something's happening with this hotel key. I don't think they would just do this for 1 week and forget it. So let's pay attention. Let's try to catch on any other clues. But as far as I know, Finn Balor went to that hotel to meet Liv Morgan, and I'm sticking to it. Got another Uncle Howdy clue on Monday Night Raw. I scanned the barcode. This is becoming a weekly thing. I'm watching it on YouTube TV, so I'll have to stop and I'll have to backwards and I'll have to press play. I have to press pause at the right time to try to catch the barcode or the QR code, and then I'll go up there and I'll scan it and I'll watch what it says. Something super simple this week, unless I missed a bunch of clues. But the one thing it showed was talking about how everyone's impatience will be punished, and there's a countdown. And at the time when I saw it, the countdown was like 6 days, 22 hours, 42 minutes, and the seconds were ticking, which I ended up putting in my phone. I kind of had a feeling I knew what it was, but it was around 9 something. So I looked it up, and it brought me to next Monday Night Raw, or next Monday, I should say, and the time landed at 8 p.m. So, of course, that's when Monday Night Raw starts on the East Coast. So, does that mean Uncle Howdy is going to be at Monday Night Raw, or does it just mean that next Raw we're going to get another clue? Who knows? I think he's going to show up next week. I mean, let's do it, right? It's the Monday after Clash at the Castle. I think it's time for Uncle Howdy and this group of whoever he's got with him to show up. We should learn their name. We should see something, because every week with another clue, every show with another clue, eventually people are going to get bored. I've already seen comments on social media. People are saying that it's taking too long. It's getting kind of boring. People start not to care as much. So I think it's time for Uncle Howdy and the gang to show up, and I think it's going to happen next Monday night on Raw. I don't know if it's going to happen right at 8 o'clock, as the countdown has, or if the countdown is just to tell us next Monday at a 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock like time frame, which is kind of when Raw starts. Does that mean that it's going to happen within Raw? I think so. That's what I'm going with. I think Uncle Howdy shows up next week. Could be wrong, because I have been wrong. I've predicted this dude and his gang to show up for the past like freaking 2 pay-per-views, and he hasn't showed up. So who knows? Only Uncle Howdy knows when he's showing up, and I hope it's just I just hope it's going to be worth it. I want to shout out something real quick. Ludwig Kaiser. Hey, I don't know if you guys are a fan of his, but I really do enjoy his work. I enjoy his promos. I enjoy him in the ring. He's got a killer look. I think he is fantastic. And what I really enjoyed was the backstage little vignette promo thing they did with him. It's like they're building him to be somebody who can survive on his own, like his own solo competition, solo star. I like it. I don't think he's going to split from Gunther, but I think we're still going to look at Kaiser now not as like a lackey or as a mouthpiece. We're going to look at Kaiser as like a legitimate, like, I can go on my own and wrestle, but still be a part of Gunther too, kind of thing. And I think we're going to get Kaiser maybe in a mid-card title at some point, but he did mention that he is going to join Money in the Bank. So now we have Jey Uso and we have Ludwig Kaiser. I really think that's a strong start to Money in the Bank. And speaking of Money in the Bank, later on in the night, Sheamus announced that he will be in Money in the Bank as well. So you think about that, Jey Uso, Sheamus, and Kaiser all in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I love that already. For me, odds-on favorite, I think for a lot of people, is Jey Uso. I don't know who else is going to be in this match. I don't think Sheamus is going to win it, just because he has before, and he's kind of at the tail end of his career here. I think we're just going to give it to somebody kind of fresh and upcoming. I wouldn't be surprised if Braun Breaker gets in there, in that ladder match, maybe even Dragunov. Maybe we're going to, of course, take in factor some SmackDown superstars, so maybe Logan Paul, maybe LA Knight. Who knows? I think it's going to be a great ladder match for the Money in the Bank briefcase, and I think it's going to leave us with a lot of options of like, wow, well, this guy could win. Maybe this guy could win. Maybe this guy. Instead of just like a clear-cut favorite, which is always the best-case scenario when it comes to Money in the Bank ladder matches. We're going to cut to a point in later on in the show where it's Io Sky backstage with Dakota Kai and Kairi Sane, and like, I don't know what happened here. Io Sky continues to freak out and go crazy, and she ended up yelling that Damage Control has to change, and you can interpret that any kind of way you want. I don't know what this means. I don't know if she's planning on breaking up Damage Control, kicking someone out, adding someone into it, kicking herself out of it, distancing herself. I don't know. I like Damage Control. I do think their steam has kind of come down a little bit, especially now with Asuka being hurt and them not being with Bayley anymore. So I don't know. I don't know if they're splitting up. I don't think I would like to see them split up, at least right now. I would like to see them try to get a little more something going there. But hey, if this is what it means, that they're going to split up, then fine. I just hope that Dakota Kai can find a path to take, because I feel like she's kind of like, for some reason, the odd person out here. I don't know if WWE has faith in her being like a solo star to go for a women's championship. Obviously, clearly, Io Sky has been a women's champion before. She can definitely do it again. Kairi Sane, I don't know, maybe. I mean, I think she's kind of hanging around until Asuka gets back so they can continue on being a tag team. Where does this leave Dakota Kai? I hope it leaves Dakota Kai in a good situation if they do split up. And I'm telling you guys, I think we're getting close. I think we're getting close to the New Day breaking up. And I don't know if it's just WWE teasing us, but I kind of want to see it. I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of want to see it. I've said it numerous times before in my other videos if you haven't seen it before. I love the New Day, okay? But I do love the New Day better when it's all three of them. If it's just two of them, if it's just Kofi and Woods, or Woods and E, or E and Kofi, it just does not feel the same to me. It just, I don't know if I'm in the minority here. The New Day, to me, is all three of them together. And if Big E is never going to return or never going to be able to continue on with his career as an in-ring performer, then I think we should explore some options. I think we should explore splitting up the New Day. Only if we have something for them to do. If not, you might as well just keep them together. I know I've said that a bunch of times before. I'm going to stick to that. But personally, I would like to see them split up. And my option isn't to have them join Karrion Kross like he's trying to get them to do, or he's trying to get Woods to join him. But if that's what it takes for this to happen, I'm willing to roll with it and see what goes on here. Because for me, I've been saying for the longest time, I want Xavier Woods to win a championship. I would love to see him with an Intercontinental Championship. I don't know if he will ever be world champion or WWE champion like E and Kofi have been, but at the very least, it'd be nice to give Xavier Woods a crowning moment here, no pun intended, if he can just become Intercontinental Champion and have a nice run as a single star, maybe even as a heel, not with the New Day, and just see what Woods can do, because I think Woods is so underrated. I think he's got a bunch of charisma, definitely great in the ring, and I would just love to see him do something. So I'm all for the split if it's going to mean something good for both guys. Final point tonight that I want to get through, Braun Breaker. My God, this guy is unbelievable. I mean, he is already a star to me. He already is. He did great in NXT. I think he's surpassed what a lot of people expected out of him on the main roster already. And it's only been just a few weeks. I think people are invested in this guy. He gets the chance. He gets the pops. He shows up multiple times. He's in good spots throughout the show. He's killing Ricochet. He's killing Dragunov, which I love the way they're handling Dragunov too, even though he's getting beat up a little bit. Dragunov is a tough dude. They had a great match, and then Breaker just beat the brakes off of Ricochet in the backstage area. If you've been paying attention to the internet lately, there are rumors or there are reports going around saying that Ricochet has informed WWE that he will be leaving once his contract's up and that he does not want to re-sign. So that's supposed to take place this summer. Don't know at what point. Don't know if it's this month, next month, August. Don't know. But it's going to happen in the summer, apparently, if the reports are true. If Ricochet leaves, I wonder if tonight on Raw is their way of kind of writing him off. I don't know if that's too soon to write him off. Depends on how much longer he has left on his contract. If he just has maybe like a month left or 3 weeks or something, maybe they just write him off now. That could be what we just saw tonight. That might have been the last of Ricochet, and we don't even know it. But, yeah, him getting taken out on a stretcher, it could be a way for them to write him off for good. And, and if not, he'll come back and he'll have his match against Breaker, and Breaker will win because Ricochet's on his way out. So, Breaker's in a good spot. Ricochet, it is left to be seen what he does when he leaves WWE. A lot of people are assuming AEW, but don't sleep on TNA, especially if TNA and WWE have a partnership. Maybe Ricochet will leave, but not really leave. So we'll see what happens there. Listen, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you all watching these videos. I appreciate you when you leave comments. Listen, if you like this video, it helps this channel greatly. If you just like this video, it gets pushed out into the algorithm to reach other people who don't follow this channel, who aren't subscribed to this channel, and that could mean we could maybe get more people in this community and subscribe to this channel and join us here on this wrestling channel. That's the goal. That's exactly what I would want. So if you haven't already yet, please like this video. Please, of course, leave some comments. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please, I ask that you consider subscribing to this channel. I'm not going to force you to do anything. I'm just saying this is a cool place to be, and I think you should be here. So that's all I'm going to say about it. Until we meet again, my friends, I hope you all have a good rest of the week. It's early in the week, so make this week a good one. We'll be back with another video, I'm sure. Until then, stay bitter.